Hey, and welcome to The Solid Verbal. Now would be a perfect time to consider subscribing. Yeah, that little subscribe button for year-round premium college football content. That's it. Here's the video. Enjoy. Subscribe.
Let's talk about USC for a second, because USC is going to suck all the oxygen out of the proverbial Pac-12 room.
Yeah.
Because of the changes, because of the transfers in, USC is going to have a pretty bright light cast upon it here right from the jump. You've labeled this schedule in true Dan fashion in all caps as, quote, not bad, not good. Which I guess if you're a team the caliber of USC, or as we expect USC to be, not bad, not good is exactly what you want. You'll take that.
Right.
What does the schedule look like?
So USC has Fresno to start, and while they generally do play Fresno and keep things in state, so we have a return to Jeff Tedford. We have... I mean, how many Pac-12 teams would rather have Jake Haener as their starting quarterback than their current situation? I would posit many. I would posit many. So we have Jake Haener as an upper-level Pac-12 quality starting quarterback for Fresno. It's at Oregon State, which USC currently on a losing streak against the Beavers. And so that offense should be efficient. I don't know what the ceiling of that offense should be, but the offensive line will be good. They should be able to run the ball once again. So Oregon State early is pretty tricky. Arizona State, I'm not terribly worried about. That game's in LA. They have a look-ahead spot at home against Wazoo before they go to Salt Lake City. Again, I'm not super worried with, USC's roster is in a pretty good place with how aggressive they've been in the portal, but that definitely seems like a look-ahead spot, because that is a prove-it game if I've ever seen one, where USC is getting all of this attention, Lincoln Riley is getting all this money, bringing all these transfers in, bringing Caleb Williams, Mario Williams, all these guys from Oklahoma in, building the staff that he has, and it all goes through Salt Lake City. So that Wazoo game at home actually looms pretty large if Wazoo is decent enough. And that's before at Utah, at UCLA and Notre Dame double dip. That's tricky because we'll see what happened. I mean, UCLA laid the lumber last year, so that's a revenge spot in a rivalry spot. And then the fact is they don't play Oregon, which is at least nice, in terms of where USC schedule could be. So I'm looking at USC's schedule and thinking to myself, if USC is full on good, there's nothing beyond Notre Dame and Utah that should scare them, because UCLA is gettable. And look, it's a road game, but it's in LA. You're not traveling. You're not sleeping in a hotel in that same way. So if USC is legit, it shapes up to be a double-digit-ish win schedule if they catch a couple breaks. They stay healthy. The offensive line and defensive lines are better than they've been recently. If they're able to catch breaks like that, if they're able to win 3-point games instead of losing them, the problem is there are going to be a couple of USC won 42-38 type games. If that doesn't go their way, then it's a schedule, it's a result, it's a record that looks a lot less impressive, because there are going to be a couple of those games where they're going to have to be on the winning side of a shootout. So I think it's fine. SC has, what do they have? A Friday, I'm looking at my notes here, a Friday look-ahead spot against Colorado before UCLA and Notre Dame. Not terribly worried about that with where Colorado is, but, there are a couple little traps.